Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're watching me. This is Simply Stocks, and I'm live in this live session with you all. Hope your trading and investment is going extremely well, and with the markets performing the way it has been, I'm sure you would be making decent amount of money over the past few weeks or so. Yes, the market in the last 1 week has not been that good, and the markets have fallen. But we have seen that these kind of corrections have taken place time and again. So we'll discuss in detail about the markets. We'll discuss about some of the stocks that have, you can say, corrected and have come to attractive levels, and many of the stocks have fallen. So we'll discuss about everything. So hi there, Mr. Pawar. Hi, Bharat. Walaikum assalam, Saifuddin. I'm good. I hope you all are good as well. Walaikum salam, Salim. Uh, Hopefully, Gurpreet, afternoon, Gurpreet, and hopefully things will pick up from next week. And I'll tell you the reasons why. So we'll discuss about the markets in depth and some of the stocks that I feel could do well over the next 6 to 8 months. And then I'll answer your queries as well. So that's how we're going to go in the next 25 minutes, 25 minutes or so. Let more people join in. It's a Sunday afternoon, so I'm hoping for more, you can say, traffic in this live session. Kindly do subscribe to my channel. No, not many people subscribing. In fact, the subscriber base is not that great, and people do come and watch my videos, but they don't subscribe. It doesn't take anything to subscribe. Do subscribe to my channel. Join my Patreon feed. Join on YouTube, and you'll get, you can say, a decent benefits from them as well. So kindly you could probably look to do that as well. Going through, it's just a $10 membership on YouTube, on, sorry, Patreon. uh, so that's how it is. So do subscribe and hit the bell icons, and so that you can get my video straight away when I post it. So coming to the markets front, at 17,750, markets are in a very jittery position, to tell you frankly, and I believe that we could be headed lower than upwards, and we could be probably looking at a scenario where the markets could be headed towards 17,300. Uh, in my opinion, I think there's no need to panic for those who are invested even for 2 years time frame. This is a normal correction, and from 18,600, if you see a 7-8% correction, then we are looking at 17,300 or 200 thereabouts. Uh, and that could come extremely quickly, probably in the next 2 3 days, 2 3 trading sessions starting tomorrow. So it would be better if we fall one way towards 17,300, and then the recovery probably takes place. So I would say that I would say that by December this year, and there's a lot of queries about it. So just looking at it on the side, but by December, okay, in a month's time, I see recovery in the market. So I still believe that 2 3 days of more pain, and then a recovery will begin in the market, and hopefully will be headed to new highs by the end of December. And that is how the markets have taken shape. And probably January will not be that gracious to us. January will not be that great for us. That's my assessment. We'll see how things go about in the short run. In the long run, I'm pretty certain that 21,000 on the Nifty over a 1 year period is very much possible. So stay with the big wigs. If you are having the Tata Elxsis, L&T Infotechs of the world, if you are having even Bata, and for that matter, something like Infosys, if you're into Titan and DMart and Asian Paints, Pidilite, all those kind of stocks, keep accumulating them on any declines, and just stay course with them. Over the next 4 or 5 years, you're going to make a lot of money through those investments. As far as short term trading is concerned, and that's where I was talking about this decline. I believe one can start accumulating now for a 3 month trade, and I think you can buy 20% now and then 20% now and then probably 17,400 and 17,100 are the levels where you really put in the money, and then sit back and wait for a 10% move on the Nifty to take your positions off. So that's probably could be the strategy for the next 2 months or so, and then probably take stock after budget. So that will be the call on the markets as far as the stocks are concerned. Now want to discuss about some of the stocks that have declined and have come to very reasonable levels, and in my opinion those are the ones to really keep an eye on. I believe over the next 6 8 months they are going to do extremely well. By the way, if you really want to know exactly which are the stocks I'm really bullish on, or which are the stocks I believe can really perform, join my Patreon membership or on membership on YouTube, because there you get watch list, and that watch list is updated every week. There are about 40 stocks in there, and they are the top class companies of the market, in which mid cap companies of the market, which I believe over the next 6 to 12 months are going to perform extremely well, and by that I mean can give you 30 40% return if things really go well. So from that watch list, one or two stocks that have really come into my reckoning. One of them is Blue Star. I believe that Blue Star has performed well over the last 2 months and now has broken out completely. But hopefully, during the winters from January to February, we'll get an opportunity where the stock may decline. So, stock may still go up from here to 1100, 1120 levels, but then we could see a decline. And if we can get this stock around 950, 960 levels or so, those will be very good levels between 900, 950 or so, and then probably hold on to it for 6 months, and hopefully we are looking at 1200 plus levels on Blue Star. That is one stock to keep an eye on, not buying straight away. So disclaimers do apply that I'm not a member of BSE and NSE, and kindly do your own analysis before taking a call. But Blue Star looks extremely good. Another stock that looks very interesting is probably FL. Sorry, Root Mobile, not FL, but Root Mobile around 1900 to 1800 levels. You can buy here for a decent target of 2400 in a year's time. I believe that big upside is possible if the correction and you can say consolidation continues. And a third stock in this out of the 40 that I like at these levels from a short term trade, not now, but probably in Jan Feb, that you can look at, is something like Amber Enterprises. So Amber Enterprises at 3410. Any declines to 3300, very good levels to buy. Be patient with it for 6 to 8 months. I think 4200 to 4500 levels are possible. So these are the three stocks, right, to keep an eye on. I'm not saying that one can just go ahead and buy now. What you can do is probably keep an eye on them, and whenever another decline, say 70,450 comes in the next 2 3 days, these are the stocks to accumulate from a 6 8 months point of view, and probably sell in July. So buy now, sell in July kind of stocks are these two. All right. So I'm ready to answer your queries. Kindly use the super chat and super sticker feature that will help me grow the channel. That help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. All right. See, Ujjivan Finance is a sell. Any, you can say, small bank finance, NBFCs, etc. Do not get into them. Even if you're losing 15, 20, 30% in them, do not venture into it. Take the losses and move on and buy into good quality consumer names. They will continue to perform extremely well. Okay. Poonawalla Finance, I don't have a view at the moment. I won't say that because I need to really assess as to how the stock company has been doing. So I won't be able to comment on the same. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what are the other queries that are coming up. So Tanla platforms, Tanla has done a lot of things. So in that regard, I believe that any declines to 1100, 1050 could be a good buying opportunity. Do not buy in this upsurge that is already taking place. Do not buy latent view on listing day. Let it perform. Let it make its mark for about a month. Do not rush to buy into these IPOs after what has happened with Paytm. I think IPOs will not get the same kind of premium as they were getting, say, a month back, 2 months back. So kindly be very careful buying into IPOs even on listing day. Mahanagar gas is an avoid until it really performs well. On a long term basis, it's a very good stock, as is IGL. But on a short term basis, it's an avoid currently. A DMart is a good buy at 5,000. If you get it around 47, 4,800, even better. I think 6,000 coming in this stock over the next 2, 3 months. And even greater levels over 1 year. I think well over 6,000 it would be by next Diwali, DMart. Absolutely. See, long term, I think ADF food is good. ADF food with the kind of numbers it's producing. I won't say you go ahead and buy into Hindustan foods, but ADF foods at current levels and on declines can be accumulated. Okay. See, Acrysel, I'm confident should do well, but on a short-term basis, I don't see it performing that well. It has touched a high of 915. I think 750, 760 would be the levels to really get into it. Any declines towards 750, 760, you can get into Acrysel. I may have some positions in that stock, but probably buy on declines would be the strategy. Yes, over a 2, 3 year period, it's a doubler, in my opinion. See, for very long term, I would say TCS with the current valuations. The way Tata Elxsi has moved up, I would say an avoid on Tata Elxsi unless it corrects at least 10, 15%. TCS has corrected, and from a 6, 8, 10 year point of view, I think TCS is a good bet, Shri Vignesh. I won't say get into Galaxy surfactants. In fact, for most of the companies in the chemical space, I would say avoid. Look at the numbers that they are producing now. Look at the numbers that are being produced by amine companies like alkyl amines or Balaji amines, and also I think be very cautious in chemical companies now after 6 years of bull run from 2016 February all the way to 2022 February. It will be in 2, 3 months. I think we could see some major declines in the chemical stocks. Okay. Uh, See, Happiest Minds is a very, very decent company at 1200, 1300. One can accumulate. Uh, It's about the growth. It's growing at 40%. So that's why the PE is around 100. And no other company in the IT space at the moment, as far as I know, is growing at such a pace with such good margins. So if the margins and the growth doesn't sustain, yes, it will not sustain with this PE, but I think this will continue with the kind of demand and growth that is being projected for the IT companies. This is going to continue. These are good levels to accumulate something like Happiest Mind. SHIL, I believe that around 390, 400 good levels to accumulate. The company has done well in terms of numbers, but the stock hasn't done well. So it's about time that whenever the market recovers, this stock will also perform pretty well. I think 480, 500 possible over the next 2 months. Okay. See, India pesticides, I would say that you can buy if you have it, hold on to it during the monsoon season or agri season. You can get very good price of these type of stocks, and then you can exit probably 380, 400 possible then in India pesticides. See, yes, absolutely. I think Loris Labs around 480 to 500. These are very good levels to get into Loris Labs. I have a 1 year view. I am very positive that is 750 to 800 possible in a year's time. I think this quarter results will not be that great. Even March quarter results could be subdued, but I think buying will come in post December quarter results. So what you can do is you can buy some now until February, complete your buying, and then hold on till July or even October and probably 1 year. So end of 2022, you'll get very good levels in Lotus Labs. I'm confident. See, advanced enzyme is very attractive at these levels. Probably you can accumulate at these levels advanced enzyme from a long term point of view. All right. Shardul, thanks for your contribution. Voltas or BSC for 5 years, and what is the target in both? Both very good companies, top class companies. Can't tell you which one to select, probably split between both of them. I think in 5 years' time, you can probably look at more than a doubler in both. So we are looking at a doubling of valuations for both the companies in 4 years. So you can take that. So 120% upside over next 5 years, 120, 130% in both the companies. I would suggest split the money between the two and buy them. Yeah. All right. Aisha Motors look good. I think Aisha Motors after the recent decline look attractive at these levels. Again, I have a long-term view and it should give you 20%, 18, 17, 18% CAGR hopefully. Do consult your financial advisor, analyze yourself, but I think 17, 18% CAGR is possible. I think all these auto companies are going to come back with a vengeance once this spare part issue is resolved. Whatever the semiconductor issue is taking place, it will take a couple of months to get resolved, and I think the move will take place after that. See, CDSL 1400, 1430 is a strong support, and probably I think it's headed towards 1800 over the next 2 3 months. 20% upside. If the market holds, I think the move could be huge in CDSLs. Same with IEX. I think 980 possible in IEX after a consolidation. 970, 980 is very much possible in IAX as well. I think IGL is a buy around 480, 500, target around 800, 750, 800 over the next 1 year. I think the move could be extremely fast. IGL is a good stock to probably hold on to. I've talked about Infosys, TCS as well. So these are good companies to buy and hold from a long-term point of view. As far as Dr. Lal is concerned, around 3600 are very good levels to probably accumulate Dr. Lal Path Lab. Next target 4200 over the next 1 year on Dr. Lal. Vamsi, thanks for your contribution. Any queries, you can shoot that to me. All right. Very good company. Again, Newgen Software. I don't know the price exactly right now, but around 600, 560. These are good levels to accumulate the stock from a long term point of view. Avoid Oro Pharma completely and Colgate Palmolive as well. If you have it, exit and get into consumer oriented companies. They will perform well during the festive season and afterwards. Okay. See, Venky's is a good to buy here. Probably on further declines, add more. Uh, Wait for a 15-20% surge whenever it happens very quickly. Say some days there it is up 6%, 6% twice, and then take your profits off. It is not a medium or long term play, Venky's, in my opinion. Okay. Tata Power should do well in terms of its EV play and everything else. I think Tata Power should end up doing extremely well going forward. So hopefully, you will see Tata Power at 350, 360 levels over the next 2 years. All right. Uh, See, Hero Motocorp hasn't done well in terms of sales. So I would say avoid any up move, just exit Hero Motocorp, get into Maruti or Tata Motors at 480 or something like that rather than getting into Hero Motocorp. Sharda Cropchem, if you're having the stock, hold on to it. you will get an upsurge during you can say June, July month, August, and that's where you take an exit. Kinetic engineering, I don't have a view. I've not analyzed it that well, so won't be able to comment on it. Balaji Amines is falling as I've just explained, Asha, because of the bad results that both the companies are producing. And second thing is that the product prices for most of the chemical companies have come down, whereas the raw material prices have gone up for them. So really, there will be a lot of pressure on the margins and profitability for them, and Deepak Nitrite as well. So avoid most of the chemical companies. If you are in losses, avoid them, exit, get into consumer oriented companies, large, small, mid cap companies of such kind. Okay. So LTTS is also good as a Larsen and Toubro Infotech. Even LTTS is good, but again valuations are slightly stretched. To wait for an IT index correction where the stocks correct 10 to 15% and then accumulate these type of stocks. The numbers are pretty good for them as well. I think avoid Paytm even if it comes around 1000 range. I think Paytm is headed to 1400, 1350 roundabout there. I don't see going further down, but I don't see an upsurge also. So it could might well just get stuck in a range between 1600 and 1200 on the downside. Okay. Vaibhav Global is also a very interesting IT firm that you can look at, but again, have patience. These stocks have run up a lot. Probably wait for some sort of you can say consolidation and then buy, and just have 2 3 year time frame. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being online, and kindly do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. And we'll be online again on Thursday. Thank you.